Hey everybody, welcome back to the couch. My name is Melissa and this is Couch Mom Club. Today I'm going to teach you about how to select a nanny. For me personally, I don't have a nanny, but I was considering getting some help for my kids. And I know the only way to do that the right way and to feel peace of mind when I do leave someone with my children is to select the proper person to care for my kids. I'm very fortunate to have a big village of aunties and godparents and grandmas and grandpas. All of those people contribute to our family and help us when we're in need. But I realize that not everybody has access to a wide village like I do. While you have a night out, or if you want to go get your hair done or nails done, or if you need a little bit of me time.
It's $1 per nail, and it's 50 cents more if you want it to be colored. Ooh. This is a prototype. This is a prototype. That is why it came out.
I know with motherhood, we can get so tired and so bogged down, and we just simply don't have enough help. But with these steps, I'm hoping that you will be able to find a nanny that is right for your family, and one that you can trust, and one that can even become a part of your extended family, so that you can be at ease if you ever have to leave your children in the care of someone else. I also have a really special guest that is coming to join me on the couch to answer a few questions. The really awesome thing about Alea is that she is a total creative. Her channel here on YouTube is just the funniest thing. I am thoroughly entertained. She keeps me all the way plugged in, and I just simply love her. The really cool thing is that in addition to being so amazing with her YouTube channel, she's actually a registered and trained nanny. So she's gonna come on and answer a few questions to help you get a better understanding of what you should be looking for and the questions that you should be asking to your potential nanny. So I'm going to really quickly go over 5 tips that will help you to select the nanny for your family. First of all, you want to do your research. Sometimes getting on Google is just enough. You can type in the company that you're looking into, and sometimes you have to really go out into your community and ask questions. There are no limits for how far or how much research you can do when you're selecting the right nanny for your family. Number 2 is you want to set an appropriate budget. You don't want to skimp out on what you pay your nanny. You want to make sure that your nanny is satisfied with his or her compensation, and I mean satisfied in that what he or she is offering, the services that they're providing, is matched up with what you're paying them. So make sure that you're setting an appropriate budget so that your nanny will be happy with their salary. Number 3 is to make sure that you're doing a background check. Most companies will have that done ahead of time. So they will interview the nanny on their own and make sure that they have certain things in place. One of those things in place is the background check. But you should make sure that the background check is up to date and that it covers everything. Don't just rely on the fact that the company does background checks for every employee. Make sure that you're asking the right questions and that you have a clear understanding that that vulnerable sector check is up to date. The 4th thing is to ensure that you can meet the person in person. When hiring a nanny, it's not enough to see the profile picture and read a bio. You have to try to meet the person because you're going to get a clearer understanding of who that person is when you're meeting them in person. Try to set up a meeting ahead of time so that you know that you're selecting a good nanny for your family. The last one is try to opt in for a trial run. I know that when you hire a nanny, you might have a contract that might outline how long that nanny will work for you. Try to opt in for a trial run because you never know how it's going to work out. Sometimes everything looks good on paper, and then even when you meet the person, they seem like a right fit. But in the situation when they're getting more experience and they're getting more hands-on with your family, they might turn out not to be the right fit. It is so exciting to have Alea with me. She's actually a trained nanny and has worked with several families where she's from.
Hey, I'm Put with Leanne. I'm so excited to do this collab with the Couch Mom Club. I hope y'all enjoy.
Now, she's from Texas and I'm from Toronto, but I thought that it would be really cool to do a collaboration with her. First of all, I'm a little bit like of a fangirl because I love her channel. I watch her content all the time. So I want you to do me a favor. When you're done watching this video, head over to her channel and watch the video that her and I are collaborating on and give it a thumbs up. Also leave some comments there and engage in her other content. She has really funny videos. She does reviews, she does skits, she does a little bit of everything, and I know that you're gonna love it. I want every couch mom to head over to her videos, comment, like them, watch them, do all of that stuff, and make sure that you subscribe. So let's get right into the questions.
I definitely think that it's important for the values to line up with mine, mutual respect. Yes, I work for you, but just remember that I am also a person too, and I want it to be more of a family dynamic, and also just being kind to one another, right? The golden rule, treat others as you want to be treated, right? But when it comes to the beliefs, it's not as important to me that for them to line up, because people have different beliefs. As a Christian, if I were to work for a family that was Muslim and they needed the child to pray 5 times a day, of course I would help the kids with that, helping them face the correct way, helping them do the correct moves, all of that, of course. Like, I'm a person that I am an extension of the family. I'm not going to impose my beliefs onto a child. I'm not going to impose those kind of things onto them. So I'm going to make sure to sit down with the family and be like, hey, what kind of rules do you want me to do with the kids? And so that's really important for consistency. Okay. How would I handle a child that's misbehaving? Na, 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 na. So when it comes to a child that's misbehaving, I usually go into 4 steps before getting to like a discipline. So first I start with listening. Usually when a kid is misbehaving, it's because they're uncomfortable or they're in a situation where they don't like it. So I try to listen and see what the problem is first. And then I go on to my second step of trying to solve that problem. Trying to figure out what I can do for them so they can listen, so they can just calm down, so we can get to a level where we are okay, right? And if that doesn't work, then I go to compromising. Let's say I want the kids to go outside. It's time to go outside. We're gonna go for a walk. And the kid starts to act up and say, I don't wanna go for a walk. I don't wanna do it. Well, I'm like, okay, well, maybe we can go on a walk for 20 minutes and then we can come inside and watch TV for 20 minutes. You know, we're doing something that I want them to do and they're doing something that they wanna do, so it's a win-win situation. I would hate for it to be a win-lose situation where I'm like, we're going on a 40-minute walk, no TV, nothing, it's whatever I say. I would also hate for it to be a lose-lose situation where the kid is crying, I'm also yelling, we're all just in a bad mood. I would hate that. So it's always important to go for a win-win situation. So I always love compromising, and usually that works. Usually that's where the misbehaving stops. But if it doesn't stop at that point, then we have to go on to an actual punishment of a timeout, taking away a toy, taking away a game, something of that sort. So I like to go on those 4 steps of listening, problem solving, and then compromising, and then discipline. Is it important for the family to get to know you at a personal level? For them to know you, to understand you. Is it important? Yes. I definitely think it's important for the family to get to know me on a personal level. I'm with their kids from 4 to 6 hours a day, so this person that you're hiring needs to be an extension of your family. You don't want it to be a person where you don't really know them, they're only really a work-based kind of person. You need to know that deeper level, like their background and like their values and their career goals and stuff, because people have some stuff outside of being a nanny. Like for me, I'm a filmmaker, so I make sure to tell them that kind of stuff, and it's interesting, you know? So definitely it's important to get to know your nanny. But that's pretty much it. I think I did it. Thanks for watching.
So I'm so glad that Alea was here and able to answer some questions for us, because I think that the whole point of choosing a nanny is that you want to choose somebody who is going to fit in with your family. You don't want to pick somebody that is so strictly about work that they forget to be flexible, that they forget to be human, and that they forget to really engage your children and have your children warm up to them and like them. Your kids are so important to you, and I get it. As a mom, I want to make sure that I'm doing the right thing for my children, and I don't just leave them with anyone. That would be totally scary. But in the event that I had somewhere to go, or we needed to do something out of town and we needed a nanny to watch our children for a few hours or overnight, we have to be settled with the idea that we're choosing the right person. It's not as simple as going over to the neighbor and having the teenager watch your child. Sometimes you have to put a little bit of thought and effort into who watches your children. I know that in the past that might have been acceptable, but the way society works now, and just the different time that we're living in, we have to put a little bit more thought and a little bit more effort into choosing the right nanny for our family. It's one thing to choose a babysitter or choose a person that lines up according to everything that is checked off on a list. But getting to know somebody, getting to see who they are, and having them interact with your family, that's gonna give you a better understanding of choosing a good nanny that will suit your family's needs. So today we did a little bit of a different video. We had a collaboration with Alea from Putwood Lighten, and I hope that you really enjoyed it. Because we switched things up a little bit, we're not gonna be doing Mom's the Word. But don't worry, we'll be back at it next week. Thank you so much for watching this video. You guys have been amazing, and I would love to see what you think in the comments down below. Also, if you're not a part of the club, I would love for you to join. There is always plenty of room here for you, so go ahead and click that subscribe button and hit that notification bell. Follow me on Instagram and on Twitter, and I will see you in the next video.